All right, Motor City Sports Talk in the building. Best of the rest free agency, man. We still killing it. Hopefully you guys like this, man. We talk about Brent Grimes, 5'10" cornerback, probably famously known in Detroit for making that amazing interception on Calvin Johnson 7 years ago with the Atlanta Falcons, man. I don't still know how he jumped up and picked that, but Brent Grimes is 35 years old. I think he'll be 36 in July, if I got that correct. Hell of a corner, but he do come with some baggage, no character issues with himself, but he has a mouthy wife, a wife that like to spill a lot of tea, a wife that seems to, he can't really control and tell her to shut up, and she's ruffled some feathers. That's really the only bad side other than his age. But basically at this point with the best of the rest free agents, we've been doing is it's pretty much been trying to find potential replacements for Darius Slay. If he chooses not to come to camp, but we have to move him, it's gonna be hard to move him for another cornerback right now. That people set in stone with their camp. All right, but Brent Grimes, he a veteran guy. He started 13 games last year. Tampa Bay didn't have a good defense, so it might be a little bit hard to gauge him. If the Lions, I'll do a video about this later on. Let's just say hypothetically they decide to move on from Darius Slay and somehow keep Snacks happy. That'll be good. I think the Lions front end is really good, and I think Brent Grimes can excel in they back end where he couldn't excel in Tampa. Tampa just didn't have a good team defense last year, man, and that's the problem, man. If you don't got a good front end, if your front seven can't work with your back end, you're just not gonna have a good defense. They both got to work in cohesion. The front seven got to give pressure, and the back end got to be able to make plays. If you ain't getting pressure with your front, if you're not getting pressure with your front, your corner's gonna suffer no matter who they is in this league. It's no longer the 90s or the 80s. And people ask me, why do I still have Joe Montana above Tom Brady, or to make a case, and I'm a diehard Tom Brady fan. The reason is because Joe Montana played in a tougher area where he can get hit anywhere, and his receivers can get jammed all the way down the field, and he still found windows to his receivers to make them to get there. Was the degree of difficulty. So with Brent Grimes, I think it seemed like he keep himself in pretty good shape. This ain't a long-term fix if Darius Slay don't come back, or if another corner fall off. What if nobody step up? Michael Ford, Tease Tabor, Marcus Cooper, and they like Coleman better. They like Coleman better in the nickel, and they need a second corner. Well, Brent Grimes is the best available if you want to deal with his wife. But I like his game, man. Brent Grimes is still a ball hawk. He played with technique, so that's going to allow him to survive in this league, man. And his only real thing is, he really ain't had a lot of injury problems. His only real thing has been his wife. You know what I'm saying? Excuse the dirt bike. The only real issue has been his wife. And with that being said, man, if he come in healthy and he come in taking care of his body in camp, well, I'm all for bringing him back, man, and bring him in. I like Brent Grimes, man. He's made some amazing, interceptions, amazing plays. He played with a ton of technique, and he probably can age like Rondé Barber, another all-time great buck. He probably can age like him, man, because he played with technique. Technique is the key with a lot of things you do, man. I cover boxing on my other channel. I cover football on my other channel. NBA may be the furthest thing from technique, fundamental technique in professional sports. But in a lot of other teams, you play with fundamentals, you can last, man. And Brent Grimes played with that. I think he got enough juice left in the tank to help this team out if we need him, man. I really do. If we need him, I like that pickup, man. Other than his wife running her trap, if she can shut the hell up, then he might be an underrated pickup with or without Darius Slay. Now, if somebody like Michael Ford, I think, that worked hard in the offseason, and you can get Slay back, and he come back in, and he hungry, I don't think he's gonna need a guy like Brent Grimes. But if you need him, he definitely a competitor, a gamer, and he can bring some experience to that secondary. I don't think he's a Pro Bowl caliber player at this point, but hey, I like him a lot. But it's Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate the dirt. Sorry for the dirt bike in the back. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. One time for the one time. Motor City Sports Talk. We gone.